Hey there, in this video, I'm going to rank the best to worst marketing strategies for your local service-based business in 2025. Funny enough, I just made this entire video and I forgot to press record. So round two, let's go at it. For some context, if you don't know me, my name is Tyler Smers. I teach local service-based businesses how to scale with Instagram and Facebook. But for the purpose of this video, I am going to be completely unbiased, or at least try my very best to be completely unbiased to best inform you on how to market your business, what to spend money on, what to spend time on, and what not to spend money on and time on. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're going to be reviewing or ranking all of these marketing methods on the right side and dragging them to their proper tier. S tier is top tier. D tier sucks. I would stay away from anything in D tier. And all these strategies work if you crush with a specific channel and I rank it lower. That's completely okay. Some work better for other businesses than ones I like per se. But overall, this is for local service-based businesses who need leads in 2025. And I'm going to make another video for 2026 if anything changes, which over time it likely will. But for right now, I'm putting my entire my basket of eggs, or however you want to call it, in this. So first up, let's start off with door knocking. Door knocking is not leveraged. If you know me and you've watched my previous videos, you know that everything I preach or teach, or however you want to say it, I teach leverage, meaning that you want to create content or leverage for your business. Content is the best way to do it. And by the way, I make these videos completely raw, very minimal editing. So if I rant, but I want to best inform you and keep it real. So door knocking is one-to-one, right? Meaning you have to start over every single time you do it. You can knock 100 doors in a day, maybe get 5 yeses, maybe 5 agree to meetings, 3 actually show up, and then you close a deal. That's awesome. But long term, you're going to burn out. It's not sustainable. And it's not fun to door knock. People hate door knockers, right? They hate solicitors. It's not 2000 anymore, 1990 when it was more appropriate. Now, like, someone door knocks on my door, it's like, why are you here, right? Like, people hate to be bothered. And right now there's a trust recession. People don't even trust or feel safe if you door knock, whether that's for any industry, right? And so there's no leverage here. You have to start from zero every single day. And door knocking is just not, it's an outdated strategy that you can still do it if you need some immediate cash right now, then sure, go door knock. But then again, if you don't have any money at all, I would personally not start a business. I would have a job, save up, and then use that money to run paid ads and accelerate that way. But I'll get into that later. So first up, I am going to rank door knocking in the D tier. No shock there. Once again, if you do solar or pest control and that's how you get the majority of your leads, obviously it works. All the stuff works. It's just, to me, it's not leveraged. Now, where this could be a B tier is where you actually record yourself for content door knocking. Like, you're talking to the client. You're putting your phone, recording the content on your clipboard, and you don't have to record the prospect, but you're just recording the interaction and saying POV, door knocking a lead, right? People enjoy that. It's real. It's raw. So that is a double-edged sword. You're getting leads, but you're also making content. That's different. But for this purpose and the sake of this video, I'm just going to put door knocking on the D tier. Next up, let's go Snapchat. So you're probably thinking, like, why is this even on the list? And I just want to include it because it's a social media platform that's popular, especially among the youth. Snapchat is not good for your local service-based business. Again, probably no shock there. But if you are a creator of some sort or you're an entertainer, then obviously Snapchat is great for views. They actually have a great partner platform where they'll pay a lot of your partners, or they'll pay a lot of creators really good money. But for a local service business who needs leads, definitely don't use Snapchat. I'm not going to go more into that, but that is a D tier. Paper mail. Paper mail is unique. Now, if you're writing handwritten letters to your clients, that's different. They're already your clients. It's a great retention hack. Sometimes we do that with our clients. I want to start doing it more and more, actually. It just shows you took the time out of your day to actually write a letter, and it's old school, but it works because it shows you put in the effort. Versus door knocking, you're essentially just I just don't like door knocking. So paper mail can work for clients, but as far as marketing to get leads, I would recommend staying away from it. It can work at volume if you have enough mail to send out, or you go buy 1,000 flyers and you have to go through all the trouble of scraping addresses in your local area and mailing each one. hand by hand. It's just, you can do good numbers with volume and just hope for a call, hope for a ring. This has worked better in the past, but these days people just throw away their mail if they can tell it's sales, right? If you're handwriting 100 letters, to me, like, yes, that's the best form of paper mail. If you're going to write that out, do 100 letters a day and send, I don't know, 3,000 letters a month, that's a little different, but your time is better spent, in my opinion, creating content or running ads, not doing one-to-one marketing paper mail. Okay, so for that, I'm going to put that in the C tier just because it can be a great retention hack for clients to essentially get them to keep paying you over and over again. It shows that you took the time out of your day to thank them for using you. But as a marketing method, I would put that in C tier, probably D tier, but I'm going to keep it in C for now. Let's go with TikTok. Now, TikTok is amazing if you are a product-based business. TikTok Shop crushes, right? If you're selling a $20, $30 or something on Shopify, e-com, then TikTok is the best. But as a service-based business, a business that needs leads, TikTok is not the best platform for this. It is great for brand awareness, but it's not the best for getting leads or putting all your time and effort into it. Now with TikTok, and I want to go in depth in all these. I don't want to just give the bare bones. I really want you guys to understand. Hopefully this is valuable, but I want you to understand like why I rank each one in each tier besides just like one or two sentences. But TikTok at the end of the day is great for brand awareness, and their algorithm is getting better and better when it comes to local reach. So when you say on a TikTok video, Phoenix homeowners, you know, if you're in the Phoenix area and you're looking for a home, and let's say you're a realtor, right? Or you're a kitchen remodeler and you're looking for a brand new kitchen, TikTok's algorithm knows that you posted it in Phoenix, and they hear your words in the actual video itself, and they'll show that to an audio or locals in Phoenix, right? Or in your target area. So it's very good at picking up like where you're at, where it's based, the call out, and they'll show it to people in your local area. But overall, the demographic on TikTok is younger and they have less money. So it's great that's why it's great for like e-com or impulse purchase buys. And it's good for brand awareness. If you're taking the time to create videos on other platforms, then I would definitely like repurpose them and post them on TikTok too. You might as well, right? More bang for your buck, more reach. But overall, I would not rely on this as your main acquisition source for leads. However, I have seen more and more businesses starting to post on TikTok, and it is paying off, but this only works with volume. So TikTok is really good if you're super raw, you're talking to the camera, you're not doing any editing on your videos except like just killing dead space, right? We don't want some fancy edits that you would use for Instagram possibly on TikTok because it performs less. TikTok is more raw, it's real. It's not meant for any fancy edits. If you post, I'm on TikTok and I posted edited videos and non-edited videos, and the raw ones of me just talking. If you pump three of those out a day, and you also post them on other platforms, different story, right? Then you want to just continue to do that. But even then, don't make it edited. This is just a brand awareness play. The money move with TikTok is to send them to another platform and get you to DM on you on another platform, which I will get into. But just because it is great for brand awareness, and I would repurpose your content just across multiple social media platforms, because why not? I'm going to put TikTok in the A tier. All right, maybe the B tier, but I'm going to stick with the A. Google Ads. Let's talk about Google Ads. So I used to run a Google ad agency myself where I would I would actually run local Google Ads for businesses, and I quit that. I quit that to go all in on the social media side because I believe that as a building a brand and building the future of your business is not going to be on Google. It's going to be on social platforms. Okay. Because most people are addicted to scrolling through other social platforms. Google's not even a social platform, but social platforms in general, not scrolling through Google all day. So if you have the budget to run Google ads, then that's awesome, right? Be my guest. I would definitely run them. But if you have a limited budget and you're like, okay, or you just want to double down on something that works, or you want to build your brand for the future to separate yourself from other businesses, Google ads, you're just paying for clicks. And at the end of the day, clicks don't build your brand. The second you shut them off, you're cooked. Okay. So Google ads to me, it's like a Band-Aid, right? If you're a plumber, more emergency based services, they can do better. But at the same time, I would still just focus on doubling down and growing my brand elsewhere. And for that reason, I'm going to put Google Ads as a tier. Like I said, Google Ads work. It's not that they don't work. There's a million businesses who crush with Google ads who are service-based locally, but to me, it's not the best. It is not the best. So that is and I literally left that business because I wasn't confident in my product. I was like, you know what? These businesses are paying. Yes, they're getting some leads, but at the same time, a lot of them are price shoppers. They don't even know, like they're just, oh, I filled out a few quotes online, right? So it's just, to me, you're just paying for clicks. You're not building a brand long-term. You're just giving money to Google. And with ChatGPT and AI and all these other softwares coming out, to me, it's not long-lasting. I think people are going to start using ChatGPT and other AIs to actually do their Google searching. And therefore, if you're running ads on Google eventually, I think it's just going to be less and less effective. And Google ads cost a pretty penny. So CPMs, cost per milli, or cost per 1,000 impressions, is going up and up and up across all platforms for paid ads, but especially Google. So that's why I don't think it's the best, but it's also very intent-based, which is awesome. So intent versus interruption-based marketing is intent marketing, is like, I have the intent to go get a new kitchen, so I'm going to go to Google. Interruption-based marketing is, hey, I'm scrolling through social media and I see a special offer. I'm going to apply to get this offer. So it can work. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but that's why it's an A tier. Now, Instagram organic content. Organic content is just content you post without putting any money behind it. This is in S tier. Okay. And let me explain. Instagram is and I'm trying not to be biased, but I just genuinely believe it is the best social media platform to grow your local service-based business on. Even if you're not local, let's just say you're a service-based business, a business or a personal brand. To me, it's the best. Okay, when you go to a networking meeting, you either give someone your business card or say, hey, what's your Instagram, right? And these days, if you get a business card, they're likely to throw it away when you're not looking, or when they're not looking, right? So for me, Instagram is like, it's truly how I built my business. It's how all of our clients build their business. And organic content of you talking on camera, people want to work with people they like, know, and trust. Of you, like, not just trying to go viral, because we don't care to go viral and get a bunch of views from people who don't live in our local city. We want people in our local city we're speaking in our videos to our ideal avatar. So let's say we're a kitchen remodeler. I used to own a cabinet and flooring business. We would make videos. If you can even look it up, Essential Cabs and Flooring on Instagram. We used to make videos. If you scroll down to the very bottom, and this was like funny videos, but we used to make videos talking to our ideal customers saying, look at these cabinets, or now, so I would recommend like common myths, or answering FAQs, or behind the scenes of what it's like to build a business, document the journey. Essentially, you talking on camera, building trust, not just posting a picture of your workspace or work truck saying, call now for a free quote, because people don't want to follow people who sell to them all day long. But it's still the best. You can DM every new follower who follows you from your content, and it will take time. It is not fast, but in the long run, it is the best channel to build your brand on for your local business. So that is S tier. Let's talk about cold calling. Cold calling is pretty low, in my opinion. It's pretty down on the totem pole. If you film yourself doing cold calls, different story. That's content you can post on TikTok and Instagram. And this is where I would repurpose your content. So I would, just to get back on the Instagram one last second, take what you post on Instagram and repurpose it or repost it on TikTok and other social media platforms. Okay, you get the most bang for your buck. But cold calling, it's one-to-one. This is when I first started my business. I was cold calling every local business in my area saying, hey, I could help you get leads, and no one, like, I booked a few meetings, I closed a couple deals, but overall it was very hard. People don't know me. I'm cold calling them up. People hate to be solicited. I mean, right now, when you get cold called, you hate probably getting cold called, right? No one, if I were to cold call you and, say, hey, my name's Tyler and you don't know me, but I have some marketing services I'd like to sell you on. Like, even if you have a great pitch, people still don't know you. You're just another person on the end of the phone. They've never met before. They've never seen before. You're stopping them in the middle of their day. I mean, you can try all the good scripts you want. To me, unless you're absolutely broke, once again, and you just need money right now, then I would not do cold calling. It doesn't build your brand. And if you don't have any money, I would just save up to run ads, because that's going to actually build your brand depending on the platform and how you actually set them up, which I'll get into in a little bit. But cold calling, to me, I've done this for real estate. I've done this for cabinets, my cabinet business. I've done this for commercial real estate. I've done this for my own marketing agency. And it is just not effective. It's not 1990 anymore. It's 2025, and people hate to be cold called. So for that, I'm going to put that in the, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to go D tier. Yeah, maybe C, but I'm going to put it in the D tier. LinkedIn. Let's talk about LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is really good if your target demographic is enterprise. It's big clients. You're B2B. Okay. LinkedIn, I mean, LinkedIn DMs are getting more and more spammy, and it sucks, but it's just how it is. If you pay for a sales navigator and you pay for like InMail so you can actually send messages direct to the CEO's mailbox, if you're B2B, then that's different. It can be useful. We're B2B and we still don't really use LinkedIn. I have a profile. But as far as if you're B2C, definitely don't use LinkedIn. If you're B2B, I still think there's better platforms to grow on depending on where you're at. If you are an enterprise, if you are searching for enterprise clients or big, like just business owners in general, then LinkedIn is good. But to me, LinkedIn is just, I don't like the platform at all. Everyone's not real on there. And I like businesses and platforms that are, or I like platforms that people can be real on. And here it's like I make a post and my friends or my ideal clients or whatever, even employees, right? They're scared to like some of my posts or your post because they know that their boss is going to see everything that person likes. And if your post is just anything outside of the ordinary, then it's, you're not going to get any engagement on it. It's definitely a long game. It is a social platform, so I'm not going to rank it down here because it does build leverage and brand over time, depending on it does that no matter what, but if you are B2B, it is useful. So because of that, I'm going to put that in the B tier. But overall, I would stay away from LinkedIn unless you're repurposing your content, and you might as well just post it on here too. But as far as focusing your time and effort, I would not put all your effort and time into LinkedIn unless you, once again, are chasing that B2B or enterprise level client. So there is that. Door hangers. Let's talk about door hangers. So door hangers I like better than door knocking because you can do more volume. So the thing with door hangers is you just need a lot more volume than you think. So if you order 100 door hangers, that's going to do nothing, right? If you're a local service business and I even got a door hanger the other day for a restaurant like Mr. Cook's Chinese. They can work for that type of business, but overall you're still going to have to do a lot of man work. You're going to have to go look at all these addresses. You're going to have to go walk up, avoid the Ring camera or say hi to the people looking at you on the Ring camera, slap a door hanger on there. And then people, like 9 times out of 10, I'd say 99 times out of 100 will just say, you know what, I'm just going to throw it away because they don't care. They don't care. This is 2025. They're not terrible because it's not everybody does these. So you can order them and you can get leads off them, but it is more of a spray and pray mentality, and it's really inconsistent unless you're just doing a bunch at volume. And then again, you have to go and put them actually on people's houses. So for that reason, I'm going to put that in the C category. All right. Door hangers are C. Now, Facebook organic content. Facebook organic content is similar to Instagram organic content, except you're just posting your videos and everything on Facebook. Now, my thoughts with Facebook organic content or just Facebook content in general is when you go to a networking event, people don't say, what's your Facebook page? Let me follow your Facebook page. They say, let me follow your Instagram page. Right? Where most people don't really build a brand on Facebook as far as their page goes. They'll just take what they posted on these platforms and repurpose it and post it on here because Meta owns obviously Facebook and Instagram. So with one switch of a button, you can automatically post or upload your reels or videos to your Facebook page as well. So I would do that automatically. It doesn't hurt, but I think I have like 4 followers on Facebook. I've never closed a deal from Facebook organic content in my life. And if you are hanging out in those Facebook groups commenting like, hey, I'm a plumber, or I'm this, essentially trying to get leads that way, you can do that. That's better than I think any of these. But at the same time, I would just put my time and effort into learning paid ads and learning how to make great content at scale because I want, as a business owner, my clients and for myself, people and leads to come to me, not me have to chase them, right? So this is where you're doing a lot of the outbound as far as going into Facebook groups and commenting, and it can get tiresome and you're not building a brand. And for your Facebook page over time, you can, build more numbers, and it's a social platform. So it is leverage compared to just, one-to-one, but overall, once again, I would not focus on it as a way to actually get leads. I would just simply cross post. So therefore, which means post the same content I am on the other platforms on this as well with no extra effort. So because of that, I'm going to put that in the B tier. Now, Facebook ads. Let's grab this one. Facebook ads are a little different. Okay, so Facebook ads is like the main, like, oh, let me, you've heard from every marketer, let me come in and run your Facebook ads. You've probably tried running Facebook ads yourself before. Maybe they've crushed for you, maybe they haven't. Facebook ad, the algorithm is always changing, so it's really hard to absolutely nail it down. And this is where expertise comes in as far as like what types of ads to run. But overall, Facebook ads still crush. Okay, that's if people say they don't work anymore, you're just not running them right. I'm being completely honest. I'd rather tell you the truth than say, than make you spend all this money and then have you figure out like, oh, this doesn't work. These still rip, right? You just have to set them up properly. I would do a lead form if I'm running a Facebook ad specifically for a local business, a lead form, and then set that lead form up properly. That way you get name, email, phone number. There's still a massive demographic on Facebook. However, it is trending more and more towards Instagram as time goes on, especially with the younger generation getting older. A lot of millennials, Gen Z, all these guys, they're on Instagram. Facebook is starting to slowly phase out, in my opinion, and that's why Instagram is just starting to take over big time. So Facebook ads, though, they do crush. I would not put your time and effort into organic content, but overall, you can still really get cheap and affordable leads who still have high intent. If you add enough friction to their form, if you set it up properly, you can still get really good leads from Facebook ads. So learning how to run them is absolutely crucial, not just outsourcing them to an agency, because if you don't know how to actually control your business acquisition, your customer acquisition, however you want to call it, your client acquisition, then you don't really have a business, in my opinion. Right? A lot of people outsource this to somebody else. And to me, I'd rather learn, like, you don't have a business if you don't know how to get customers. So to me, I'd rather learn the skill. And this is why we teach it. This is why I feel more fulfilled in teaching it, because we teach people how to fish instead of do it for them. And that way they have the skill for life. If you're an Alex Hormozi fan as well, he talks about having paying. He's like a big entrepreneur, internet guy. He talks about having his agencies or any agency he works with teach them how to run the ads or teach them how to do the marketing stuff. And then he'll keep them on the back end for a small consulting retainer if needed. So Facebook ads absolutely do crush still in 2025 if they're set up correctly. And because of that, I'm going to put them up here in the S tier. They deserve it. YouTube. So YouTube is really good for building trust. On average, to turn a stranger into a buyer, it takes 7 hours across 11 touch points across 3 different platforms. Could be email, social, whatever, to turn a stranger into a buyer. Now, if you're a local service-based business, because you can only serve your local area, I would stay away from YouTube, right? You can document the journey, show yourself what it's like. You're out on the job, you're making 10-minute videos. You can build your brand for sure on YouTube. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's just better for businesses like me, where I don't sell a tangible product. My product is intangible. So if you're a kitchen remodeler, you pay, I don't know, 30 grand for a new kitchen. Well, when that homeowner comes in, they see brand new cabinets or brand new countertop. It's like, okay, I got what I paid for. Like that's a tangible product. But for what I do, which is more so consulting and done with you, it's not tangible, right? It's info we're sharing. It's info and then hands-on help to actually implement these systems into your business so you have a steady stream of clients, a steady acquisition system. So for that, it takes more trust because you don't know me, right? This might be the first video you've ever watched of me, or maybe you've watched my last content. But in order to get clients, especially for the marketing side, if you're a service business, this builds the most trust because people can watch 2 hours of my content and feel like they know me versus watching a 60-second reel. They'd have to consume a lot more reels rather than 1 2-hour YouTube video, right? So this is why YouTube is good, but it's not great for local service businesses. So because of that, I'm going to put that in. It's A or B. I'm going to say A just because I believe in it big time, but I still would, there are better levers to focus on rather than YouTube. And I'm not talking YouTube ads. That's a whole separate thing. If I were to group YouTube ads or rank them if they were a bubble, then I would say that YouTube ads would be probably B. I've not seen them crush for local service businesses. If you can serve nationwide, different story. And we haven't run them yet, but I would just say YouTube is an A tier if you can document the journey. But once again, it's going to take a long time to get people to actually book a call with you straight off organic YouTube content. So I'm going to put it A tier because it's really good long term, but definitely not going to bring you leads in the short term or within the first week of posting a YouTube video, unless you just absolutely pop off for some reason. But that's pretty rare. Now, Google SEO. Google SEO is similar to organic content for these platforms, except it's for Google. Now, SEO can be a double-edged sword. Okay, so you typically have to pay an agency thousands of dollars, and then you have to wait 9 months to see any results if you do get results. And they add a bunch of blog posts, backlinks, all this stuff. And it can be beneficial, but you really have to have the money to afford it. Okay, so Google SEO is good. If you have the budget, by all means, be my guest, do SEO. We have not done it for us personally because we're all in on branding and social media because that's what people are addicted to, not just scrolling through Google. But over time, if you do enough SEO, it can crush. It can work. So when it comes to SEO, once again, it's very expensive, but overall, I'm going to put this in the A category just because if you do have the budget, why not run it? Or why not pay an agency to do it for you? Because this is not worth learning. There's a lot of hassle and everything that goes into this. But with ChatGPT and all these AI, platforms taking over, to me, it's just not my pick because more and more people are going to use, ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini over time, right? And so ads, in my opinion, spending all this time, or not ads, SEO, in my opinion, it's kind of a dying horse. And it was really powerful a few years ago. But over time, it's getting less and less effective, in my opinion. All right. This whole video is my opinion. Just take it with a grain of salt, but I want to be honest and real with you guys. Lastly, Instagram ads. Okay. These are the holy grail. These are the holy grail right now because they're slept on. So many people are trying Facebook ads. They're trying Instagram content. They're doing all this stuff. Although some people are still stuck here doing this because they believe in old school methods. Instagram ads set up properly, which we teach two types of ads. The follower funnel, which is getting Instagram followers and then messaging them the second they follow you, and then setting up retargeting ads and a bunch of other stuff. Or the lead form funnel on Instagram, which is essentially the same lead form you run on Facebook ads. You just make sure it's running on Instagram too. But Instagram ads boosts, and it can make you a local celebrity in your market because so many people are addicted to just scrolling through Instagram. And so if you can put yourself out there, build that brand awareness, have a little bit of patience, depending on the type of ad you're running, Instagram absolutely crushes. And because of that, I'm going to put that in the A tier. Now, I just want to make this, I hope this is a good outline. I hope you guys found some value from this. If you do want to book a call or learn how to implement this, specifically top 3 into your business, there's a link down below where you can talk to my team and I. But overall, I hope this was valuable. This is what I would rank as far as S tier, A tier, B tier, C, and D. And by the way, S is just tippity top. So if you're a local service-based business in 2025, this is how I would rank marketing. Depends on your niche. It depends on your specific business. Once again, we're happy to help you and give you like a free game plan, free roadmap on what I would do if I were you for your specific business. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.